All right, everybody, welcome back to another video on the Malt Liquor Motors account. Today we're going to be going down to Louisville, Kentucky to go to the biggest indoor swap meet in the United States. So come along with me. You're going to see a few of our friends today, and we're just going to check some stuff out. All right, guys, welcome back to the Malt Liquor Motors account. Today we're going to be going to the largest swap meet in America in Louisville, Kentucky.
I know, I'm excited. This is the first time any of us have ever gone. I only heard about it like 2 months ago. And just for the audience, I think it's called Kyana, Kyana. It's 300,000 plus square feet of indoor swap meet. So it should be plenty of exercise walking around this thing.
Yeah, we also have Nick coming along with us.
Those are old school Mickey Thompsons too, dude. I like that.
So what are we looking for today?
I'm looking specifically for a 51 Mercury steering wheel center cap for my car that I'm building. We're looking for a tail light, 37 Ford tail light lenses for our Boss, and anything else that tickles our fancy. Oh, there's another fucking slammed OBS down there. Dude, I'm in like truck heaven. Holy shit, there's another one. This looks like Nick's old truck.
A lot of cool cars out here.
Okay.
Nice Range Rover.
Garage on it.
Oh, Pontiac, I think. Is it Pontiac? Yeah. Tri-power. So we've been walking around here for about 5 minutes now, and there's already a bunch of good stuff, but typical and swap meet form, everything's like double the price. So hopefully we can find something pretty cool to take home. These intakes are off Pontiac around like late 60s, early 70s. Like these ones are for 68 Pontiacs and all that. I really like this one. I have a 70 Pontiac at home that would look really cool with a tri-power on it.
So is this like a separate throttle body from there?
Yeah, they're all three. It's 3 2 barrels, and then they have a linkage that connects them all. So you just run the center one all the time, and then when you really get on it, it opens up all 3. We've hit a Chevy cluster. Pretty much everything you see here is for like a Tri-5. Mainly looks like 57 Chevy. All those are taillight lenses, hood latches, and all that, door hinges. All a bunch of good stuff to come across if you're trying to rebuild one or just make one look ratty. Even the heater box and a battery tray. Oh my God.
Over here we got some fenders, some deck lids, and a few other parts to see.
There's some interesting things
I
here,
kind
as
of
you
want
can see.
this for no reason.
These are some of the things you can come to expect at a swap meet like this. Lots of new, old, and interesting things.
Merlin and Sons.
Here we go. That'd be real nice to eat.
And Colton was asking what this was out of, and pretty much what these are out of is just like K5 Blazers, mid-80s, Chevy C10s, not C10s, but K10s or whatever they're called, whatever. Square body, fucking mid-80s. S10s had something similar to this, but a lot smaller, but that's what those are. He thought they were out of a semi-truck, but I mean, I could see it.
Yeah,
they
with
look
all
like
the
it.
extra gauges, it just kind of seemed like it might be something a little more extra, but
Yeah.
that's just me being uneducated when it comes to some of these. I think that's probably one of the cheapest grills I've seen.
Oh yeah. 35 or 36s. I don't even think this is this is probably a truck grill, but they're not that sought after. But
You'd be surprised how much some of these happen to go for sometimes. It's a bit ridiculous.
it's mainly 32 grills. 32s are really sought after, and especially in my case where I'm looking for one, they're always like $1,000 because it's real Henry Ford steel.
I like seeing some of this old school pinstriping on some of these older parts. That's not something you'll probably see very often. But if you need anything, they got all of it. Here we got a nice set of QA1s. I wonder what these are for. It doesn't really say. But we got QA1 12HT 220. That's going to be for research purposes of my own later on. These are nice shocks to get. You're usually spending about $1,100 to get a good set of those. I saw the seat over here and I thought that was pretty interesting. Slap one of these on like one of those old school Bozoku bikes. A drag bar.
Yep.
They got pretty much anything
I run
around here.
because it's hard to keep tires underneath the
Oh,
rear foot.
I believe it. 500 for this? That ain't bad.
Unless you work something. You offer me something else, maybe. But that's why I started at it. That one's actually the used one. The one that's brand new is the one that's over there. But that's more.
That one's got Strombergs on it.
Yep.
How much you got?
97.
How much you got on that one?
That one I gotta have 15.
15?
That one, yeah, the carburetors I just got last week from Speedway, which I think they were $1,200 for all three of them.
Yeah.
The chrome ones.
I know Strombergs and
97, the Super 97.
Is there have you been able to tell the difference between Strombergs and Rochesters?
The Strombergs, I think they hold my tune better.
Do they?
And once I got them set up, I think it runs better. These here, I had this on a 31, and it's like if I had hit bumps pretty heavily, because I'm running skinnies in the front, and if I hit bumps, it seems like it would like do something to the float, and it would just like, I don't know what it would do, but it just make it run off, and I'm like, so that's why I took it off.
Okay.
And I was just like, all right, I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. So I got, right now, what I'm waiting for now is, so the WAN one there, have you ever seen the ones that's got, they're like a half, a 500 two-barrel, and it's the half, which is the half moon?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my carburetors, because I got another setup that's replacing this on, on the same motor.
Right on. Because that's what I'm in the middle of building a 30 Model A.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm running.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine, the one that I got, actually, so when we went and bought it, it was a 1931 5-window coupe, all steel body, all original from the original owners.
Right.
That was in the movie Paper Moon from 1970.
No kidding.
Yep. And we went to the middle of Kansas, and we picked it up, and it was the old lady and her husband or whatever. They had all the document. I got all kinds of pictures. The title was like this long. It's real big, old Kansas City title. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I kept it all.
Right on.
But yeah, that's usually what I've been riding around. I just changed out took out the 4-banger.
Right.
I put a little 283 in it, and then I upped that, and then I put it in a 350. And
Right.
That's what all this is. It's
Right.
not. It's basically a stock motor.
Right.
And I just run it, and then it's like I run so much different stuff. I always change stuff up. So
Right. That's what I'm trying to figure
I
out.
always do that stuff.
I'm just trying to figure out what would be better for me because I'm running the same. I got skinnies on the front. I got real talls. I'm on a 32 chassis though.
Yep.
And then I just don't know. I'll keep you in mind though. I really like this.
Yep. No problem.
I have an affliction for 3940 Fords, especially one that's a split window, long back, and this one's still got the flat head, and supposedly it still turns over.
Still turns over, huh?
Probably by hand, but
Probably by hand.
The ones that are up on the wall.
yeah, look down in there.
Yeah, it's still in there.
$3,500 really isn't a bad deal for this car.
Good hood. Good body.
It doesn't look like it's that rotted out. Like there's a couple spots right here. The fucking rear fender's rotted off the body.
Yeah.
It'd be a cool little rat rod.
Air cleaner, intake, all of them.
So ironically enough, this is actually one of our co-workers' old cars. This is where we work. Check it out.
Got
He
dealer
pulled
tags
the
on it.
motor on it and he got rid of all the go fast parts, didn't he? So this was running 11 second?
12, I think.
12 second quarters. Very clean car, hard top, one of the harder ones to come by.
It's cool if I broke something.
About broke something.
That's funny. That's super funny. I'm surprised they still have the stickers on it. How much you want? 10.5. He sold it for 9, so they're still making some money on it.
Yeah, if they sell it for 10.5, they're making their money back.
Drove here, made trade.
That's hilarious.
Did the fender always have that little punch out on it?
No, I think. Well, I don't know.
Here we got this old squat going. 6.0. Big old motor on it.
That is really funny.
Beautiful.
I like how it still has a low man sticker on it.
I'm liking
Yeah.
this clear tinted look. It's nice.
And muted.
There's that dash I was wondering about. Beautiful truck.
Is this yours?
No, it's been over in chair over.
Hey.
Good old T-type right here, right?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh yeah, the interiors on this car were so plush and just...
The cool thing about T-types, though, is they were GNXs before GNXs. We have one of these at our shop right now. Is the only reason why I know this. But T-types came the exact same way as GNXs. They were 6-cylinder turbo, and they made pretty good power for having them being a 6-cylinder. I don't remember the literage, but
Yeah, I think it was a 3.8. I also have about 800 hours in
body
Grand
working.
National.
It's the same year at the T-type. The one at the
Yeah.
shop is T-type.
The one we have at the shop, I have 800 hours in body working and trying to make a show car for someone. It's got a twin turbo LS kit in it. It's gonna be pushing about 1100 horsepower, but these cars are fun and they're pretty easy to body work given the fact that they're shaped like a big square. So take a look at the quarter on them. You can see it's just basically a block. The main problem you'll have when you're body working some of the like cars like the one over there that Levi really liked, given the fact that it's round, it just takes a lot more to create a bubble than it does to create a flat panel with something like this. I think the hardest part to body work is probably this transition between this body line and the top of the quarter. That is probably the worst part you can body work, just because when you're flat blocking, you can't really find a good transition sometimes, especially getting it equal on both sides. I forgot to mention the custom chassis we have on here.
It's a full rotor shop chassis. It's just a glass T-bucket. Pretty neat. No motor. It's got a 9-inch Ford in it, which is probably the strongest part of the whole car. It's a really crazy looking 4-link too. This thing would be a riot with like a pretty hefty motor in it. With
It's
like,
got a lot of room for a motor.
oh yeah. The thing is, like, if you put like a lot of power in this thing, it'd be the funnest go-kart you'd ever get killed in.
Levi, you think one of these might push about 2 PSI on a V6?
Nah, probably.
Something like that. Nothing too big. Might get you.
It turned the rods into probably like gelatin substance.
Can't be hard if they're liquid. All right, so realistically, I don't think we're going to find any PT Cruiser parts here, and I got to comment on that because I know people are waiting for that. Realistically, I'm just trying to save up a little money to go ahead and buy the parts I need for that. I do have a daily driver and a job that I am currently holding, an apartment, and a couple other things I'm trying to get together. I promise the PT Cruiser hasn't fallen by the wayside, but I obviously will not find any parts for it here. We got this 1938 street rod right here.
Our boss is building something very similar.
A lot of people will see things like that. Well, that's really beautiful work right there. Good old 302. Beautiful car. Now this is obviously where it gets a little bit more packed. It's a lot more of a problem to maneuver through here. I might not get much footage, but we do get by some cars. You can check them out.
Best way to tell if these are like real, usually, I don't know about Huffy or anything, but Schwinn's, the neck always has a outward hex head. And the newer like cheap remans always have an indented like Allen head. But like this Schwinn, I don't know, I'd assume this is probably like a mid-70s, 72 to 74 probably, 75 maybe. But $650, I got a lot of these bikes and they just keep on going up in price. The only one that I'm actually still iffy on is that orange crate, because it looks really good condition for it to be an original. Yeah, I think it's a real one.
1950.
I think it's a real one. It looks too like it's even got the shock absorbers in the sissy bar. That's a neat bike, man. For almost $2,000, I can't believe the bike's for that much. But still, it's got the drum in the front. It's got the shocks on the sissy bar. It looks mint, and the crank is a original.
Here we go with a Stress GSXR. Got a Voodoo exhaust on it. 7,500 bucks. Not a bad deal for something doing 200. You have a microphone.
I don't. Whoever's in the parking lot in the white sedan, you left your lights on. You know, these look like it's a Model A frame. There's got 3 of them. They almost look like Brookville frames, but Brookville boxes theirs all the way down. Realistically, though, $8,000 for a Model A frame isn't that bad. These look like pretty solidly made chassis. It almost just. Oh yeah, this is just Brookville stuff. Yeah, this is Brookville Roadster, because there's a bunch of 32s. This is literally just all Brookville Roadster stuff. 32 Ford, Model A chassis. I didn't know they go to this stuff.
What is it?
Just a 4-speed. I don't think it's a rock crusher or anything, but it's also got no linkage or no bell housing. Still, probably a good tranny.
1275. That's pretty nice. There's everything now.
It's a body container. This thing would be really cool. Just that I don't even know what we use it for, because it probably doesn't work as a cooler. And I don't think you could really put any parts in it.
Just if it ran by itself, like just if it still worked as a cooler or something like that, I would love to have something like this. There's some old interesting electronics right here. You can select the different tests. This is an absolute relic right here. A few more over here.
I really like
$100 a piece on some of these. just to have something like this as a piece of history alone, especially something like this, which is even something that you would see at a Ford dealership back in the day.
I wonder if they work.
That is a good question. It's $300 for both. I don't know.
Yeah, engine analyzer, emissions analyzer. You wouldn't have an emissions analyzer in a dealer. Unless there was some way to fucking diagnose shit with it.
Yeah, an emissions analyzer. Rotunda Ford. Oh, check this out.
The user's guide?
Huh. Open it up. Oh yeah, it's the user manual.
Crank that in my pocket.
For $300, that ain't a bad deal.
These go on like the back of like a car from the 30s, 40s, 50s, but it's just made to look like a fake wheel cover, but that's the actual real part of the wheel cover. I don't know, they might even go on like 30s on the fender.
You can't convince me this isn't Vanilla Ice's Mustang.
I don't know what you're referencing.
Linkage. I got linkage.
Probably a rock crusher, that one. I think that one actually is a rock crusher. I don't know what the difference is, or like how to tell, or anything for like what a rock crusher is. But rock crushers basically were an insanely good 4-speed that GM made within, I think, like the 60s, maybe 70s. But they're sought after.
There's some old good chrome parts here. Or even bronze or black chrome.
Balancers. Funeral, no parking. Is that a cast iron sign? Nope.
Old LT.
No, it's a tune port. It's a L98 technically.
The old ECU and everything right there. Another Coca-Cola pour. This is $200.
That ain't bad. Big block Chevy valve covers. I really like these. Everybody likes a good old-fashioned BBC.
That's not bad. $75 for a wheel?
That ain't bad.
It's not great. It's gold.
Talking about how we were earlier about some people want a little bit too much for stuff. I feel like this guy's a little bit overpriced. Maybe not necessarily this, but because this is a 50 Cushman, it's in good condition. I understand that, but like the clapped out Honda motorcycles, like I think this is a 70, $2,300 I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be paying $800 for something that doesn't even have the intake hooked up on. It says it runs though. Everything is a little messed up on it. And K&N, I guess that's good. I think this bike is pretty interesting. I think I've seen something like these. Japan has a sort of something like this where they stretch them out and they put like big BBS wheels on some of these. And it looks pretty sick.
Here, this is what I was talking about earlier when we were looking at the Schwinn's. This looks like it's an original P picker, right? And it very well could be, but they changed the neck. And this is an aftermarket repop neck. So they have the Allen head in the center that's recessed, and then on the original ones it's excessed with a hex head. And that's usually the giveaway right off the bat to tell which one's original and which one's not. But I think that one is an original, it's just got a repop neck.
soda.
Fuck yeah. Super clean. Should I send a picture to Cole?
Yeah.
I like the color.
Yeah, so we have a buddy of ours, Cole. Hopefully you'll be able to see him on the channel at some point, but he's currently building one of these. Isn't it the same year?
No.
Or is ours older?
I think his is older.
Yeah. We picked it up for free in an old neighborhood I lived in. Thing's clean now. Check out this Monte Carlo, Levi. 1970.
I know, this thing's cool.
Ooh. Look at the side. I didn't even see that from the front. What do we got? What's it say on the window? Rossler 400, brand new 468. That's big block, ain't it?
I don't know.
This thing fucks.
75. If it had an interior, it'd almost be worth it. 75 is a little.
It's a good looking car though.
It isn't good looking.
He has a good taste in trucks.
Oh, a Tornado. An
yeah.
Oldsmobile Tornado over there. Oh, God.
This truck might be a 6.0, never mind. Did you hear my 6.0 slander?
Let's go shit on this Tornado. Unless you want to look at this Chrysler New Yorker. Man, that thing's cool.
Look at the front end on that thing.
I know. You sit in the dead center
It's
of
like
that
an
car.
old man at
Look at
Cracker
that. You
Barrel.
actually,
It's a clown shoe.
you actually do like sit completely dead center of that car.
It's built like a clown shoe.
It's probably got a straight 8 in it. I don't know. I don't know if Chrysler had one of those.
People with long legs made this car.
This thing's an 8. Because you pulled straight out of a barn. What does it say?
It's got a little bit of rot problem in the back.
28,000 actual. Rebuilt carbs. Damn, it runs. Wonder what it's got in it. Interior looks good too. Hell, that's normal. This is almost a 100-year-old car. Especially for an Ohio car. Ain't
Yeah.
really bad.
This thing, you said it was pulled out of a barn?
It looks like it.
Fluid drive?
I don't know.
Was
well,
that
'cause I guess
back when they
That's transmission.
advertised the automatics?
Yeah.
Ooh. Good old box right there. What's this thing called?
It's an old Delta. 6.6.
Delta 98?
I kind of like this.
6.6 making 100.
Damn.
My dad liked this.
That's the emissions for you.
So
It looks like your Cadillac.
it does. It was the same.
Just small.
They more or less ran adjacent to each other down the assembly line.
A little Triumph.
Yeah, it's a little MG. I kind of like that.
Indiana car.
Look at that thing. Not much left to her, huh?
Like a 53 something Chevy.
Somebody will buy it. Fix it up.
Oh, there's another Toyota.
The Jeep.
By Jeep.
Oh, it's an El Camino.
Somebody's upside down on a loan. I shouldn't say that. I'm going to get so much hate. The Jeepers are going to start putting ducks in my car.
These are crazy. It's like, I don't know what year that is. I assume it's like a, I don't know, 72 maybe? Early 70s, mid 70s. But it's an Oldsmobile Tornado. They were front wheel drive.
I was thinking that was the weird front wheel drive one.
It's pretty much the same platform as an Eldorado Cadillac. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong on that. But they had a big motor, 0 horsepower, a lot of gas mileage. Or actually
like-
0 gas mileage.
Looks like every grandma's couch in there.
I'm pretty sure this is the same like platform as an Eldorado.
If your grandma had some spice to her, she had a couch that looked like that.
Explorer, they won't get rid of. He's partial to
And probably
Explorer.
6 men's DNA in it too. But hey, check out this engine bar.
Clapped out small block with a 350. Whoa.
I thought he's probably having so much fun. He's not even worried about it.
Oh, there you go, Levi.
I know, 28, 29 Model A sedan.
I like this project next to it, though.
I like the 64 Malibu sitting down there. I kind of want to look at this. Though. This is quite nice.
Man, look at those wheels. I can't remember. Did yours have wheels on it?
Yeah, mine was a full.
Yeah, it
mine
had
would start.
colored wheels on it. They were yellow wheels, weren't they?
Yeah, mine would start. This thing looks pretty solid, honestly. You got a motor in it?
Looks clear. I can't see anything through it. So stay with.
Look at them. What did that?
Who knows?
I've never seen that
A
happen.
bird. Another bird has hit the radiator.
Another one. How much do they want for this body?
I don't know.
Still got some of the flames on it.
That's kind of neat, though. You know, I'm pretty sure, I very well could be way wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure these can go on like a stock Model A chassis.
They had floor pans, didn't they?
Well, I mean, it goes on it technically is supposed to go on a bug, is what it's supposed to go on.
Oh, so they just
you
cut
you take the body off a bug, this goes right down on it, but I'm pretty sure a Model A chassis will fit underneath this.
Is it the same? They just bolt. They use the floor pan out of a bug.
A bug,
and
yeah.
Just bolt that on.
Pretty much, you can take the body off a bug completely.
Huh.
And the same thing with Carmagia. Carmagia is basically a bug.
Needs a little repair.
Entirely fiberglass beach bug.
Yeah. I remember I was watching Cletus McFarlane's video where he took his Elephant swapped Ram. I didn't realize that if you take a really powerful car into sand, it basically sandblasts the paint and everything else off of everything behind the wheels. I didn't realize that it would do that. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, it's sand.
Well, I did like this car until I could see sunlight through the passenger floorboard.
That's what happens when they install windows.
$7 grand.
$7 grand for this?
Yep, it's got a 283. It's apparently what?
It's got natural windows downstairs.
It's only got a 2-speed power glide.
Look at the screen.
Ooh, yeah, that's what that Crown Vic looked like.
Yeah.
When I got up
think
under
Crown
it.
Vic was worse still, but
Yeah, probably.
there's no brakes.
I hate that we drove that far just to look at that thing. I get up under it and I pull a plate of the frame off because it was so rusted. This is a nice little
Flathead in
build.
it.
$7 grand.
46.
Flathead.
Man, I love flatheads.
Got a new carb on it. Looks like they did some wiring.
3-speed on the column.
I'll just buy something like that sit outside.
Sorry. Oh, I like how round it is in the back.
Yeah. Very round, very robust. Robust.
Robust and round. Say it again.
Big booty Judy, robust.
Robust.
Robust. I'm a finna bust.
I'm going to jail. This Scout's cool. My grandfather would love this.
International?
Yeah.
15.5?
International Harvester Scout. Oh man, this thing's sick. Ooh.
Tree fell. Something fell.
Somebody punched it right in its soft spot.
She's like, oh, baby.
Oh, I like that dash, dude. It's so simple.
Yeah, this is back when they were just like flat out work trucks, man.
Yeah, this is era.
Look how short the bed is.
This thing is actually sick as hell. I really like it.
Oh look, it's got old lettering on it. Nelly Bell. Huh, that's cool. I like that. That's the neatest part of it.
That's just a cool little truck. I actually like that. Oh. Something like that.
It's got a California plate on it.
That's what I was thinking when I was looking at it. It looks like an old California car, but that was just some stupid vibe I had. I couldn't really tell you any basis on that. Jeez. Where did this thing sit?
In the bottom of the lake.
Look, it's got rings like a tree.
How old is it, Colton?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 20, 21, 22, 23,
26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
It's outside for that long.
I'm gonna say like 40 years.
I don't know. It's got a 96, so you'd probably be pretty close on 30. Been sitting outside a yard for 30 years.
There was no basis in which I guessed that. It was just pure luck.
Like a,
I'm a god.
like,
Somebody spray painted their brakes on the back end of this car somewhere. One, two, how many lugs? This was a 6-lug brake.
I don't get it.
this is like, right here is like the worst Era Nova ever deceived from General Motors. There's a lot of people that like them, and if this video blows up or like gets a lot of views, somebody's probably gonna hate me for saying this, but that Era Nova, junk. Hate it. You can die. That's probably a bit too harsh.
Wait, say it again. Say it again.
I
Say
hate,
it. Face on camera.
you can die if you like those.
Somebody sneezed.
But the weird part is, I saw this on the front of the car. It's got an older double hump head small block Chevy, so it's got like a, I just don't get it.
It's a newer motor.
Yeah, no, it's an older motor.
It looks fresh.
It's got double hump heads on it.
I know, but I'm saying it looks fresh. It
Okay.
looks like it's been redone.
Still, I hate these. They're gross. Get them away from me.
Let's go look at the mullet mobile.
All right, yeah. There's another one over here.
A Kentucky?
I can't, Dougie.
You can't, Dougie?
I can't, Dougie.
Unfortunately, I can't
Ooh,
teach you.
this thing's got aftermarket, like, it's got a Crown Vic center console and probably Crown Vic seats.
That's probably a Ford Explorer center console, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. Either way, it's
That isn't. How much do they want for that?
4,800. Really not bad.
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad.
That's an honest price. It's missing one of the chromes for the
Headlight bezel.
bezel. Yeah.
I really like this Ram though. $89.
Radiator blown out? Is that what
Bad radiator or blown out. It needs a pitman arm. It needs an exhaust. It has a bad radiator. It's got new front and rear tires. New rebuilt trans. I can't even see the price. It might be over there. 38. Oh, that's his phone number.
For a single cab long bed, it ain't bad.
No.
Why, how many miles?
5,500.
5,500?
Yeah.
That's it?
Did you see that?
The rockers rotted out.
Did you read that over there?
No.
It's got a bad radiator. It needs a new pitman arm. It's got. It needs an exhaust.
Frog.
It does have new tires. I don't know. I don't think 5,500 is worth it.
Yeah, you're probably right. I didn't read all that stuff.
The interior is nice. Headliner's falling down, but
That is a long bed. Nobody likes long beds.
it's a headline. Oh, okay. It's a heartbeat special edition. Special needs edition.
I wonder how bad it is in that bed liner.
A lot, pretty bad.
It might be really clean, but
No, these things rot out. They rot out about as fast as Dodges rot out normally. But this is one of the nicest D100s I think I've ever seen, and I'm in love with it. The only thing that I would do differently, just like looking at it from right here at this angle, is they squared the wheels off. Which there's nothing wrong with doing that, but I see a lot of people do it. The good key to like getting a good rake and for it to sit good for the wheel to tuck is you oversize the back wheel by like an extra inch, and then you put a fatter tire on it, and it gives it just a little bit more of a rake, and it looks killer.
your dad has wheels like this.
Yeah, these are the same wheels as on my dad's OBS.
Oh, they're the same. I've always loved this, even as a kid. I love this.
This is 13.
That is a pretty solid.
It's not a
price.
Magnum or anything. It's only a V6.
Yeah, still.
But I put a way wider wheel in the back. Fill that wheel well out.
Oh yeah.
A taller and wider wheel. God.
Oh no.
God.
That's gross.
God. What the fuck? Oh, no way. Is that what that is? That is a C10 with an OBS bed on it.
You know, I was looking at that and I was like, man, that bed looks funky. What is that? Man, those wheels are awesome.
Yeah, they don't look bad. Again, with this, if they put a smaller size wheel in the front, it'd look a lot better. This actually ain't terrible.
This would be a nice drive. Look at that interior.
26.5.
That's a real good price.
It's an auto. AC. I really like this.
Firewall shade. Nice.
What do you think?
That's
I like
clean.
it. I really like this. I like these a lot. I think it's a 67.
I wish we did more just simple engine bays.
We can't do that though. At our job, we have a very plain firewall look on most of the cars we build fully, but they're just always inconvenient, oddly enough.
very inconvenient to body work,
Like,
especially.
it's not even the body work, but to like work on mechanically. So me and him work in two different parts of the shop. He's a body guy, I'm a mechanic. And I don't know, it's just,
I'm a YouTube certified mechanic.
there was a car that we built years ago that had the master cylinder, the hydro boost and everything behind the dash, and it just made it terrible to work on. He just likes Lincolns in general. He's a weird guy.
I love these engines through and through. I am a Ford tard. Nothing will ever change me, and if I could buy this car for $500, I would. Right now. Just for the pure fact of I want the engine. Go fast parts right there.
Old go fast part.
Let's go fast. How fast do you think you can go with these go fast parts?
Fast.
Fast. Go fast.
Fidget spinner.
This is how you make go fast parts.
This right here, this is the fluimeter. It goes on the motor and does stuff.
You put this on a small block Chevy.
Four.
These some big old go fast parts right there.
Fast go parts right there, buddy.
go.
The goddamn boom, boom, boom,
Go
boom, boom,
fast.
boom, boom.
You can go slow with these, but sometimes you want to go fast.
Oh, they covered the vent. So the only reason why I could assume they did that was on like older small blocks and stuff with the vent tube out of the intake. They don't need a crankcase. They don't need a crankcase pressure valve or vent on the valve cover, so they just cover it.
Where is it located on the other engines?
On the other engines, pretty much the oil fill tube on the front of the intake acts as one, usually. On like older 327s, I don't know if, I assume 350s had them too, but.
Something I thought was interesting when I got into this entire industry, when I started working on cars like this, was basically finding out that they still made repops for a lot of these parts that you have on some of these older 60s, 50s, 40s parts. Well, my problem with repop parts is a lot of the times they do not fit up with the cars that are 60 to 80, 90 years old. So when you get these, you have to do a lot of fabrication most of the time to be able to get them ready for application. Sometimes you have to cut a part in half and extend it to even get it to fit. But sometimes you'll get lucky and the car happens to be true to form and true to what the dies were. Realistically, you don't get that often. So just as a warning, some of these parts might look great and you might see it as an easy way to replace a part. But you got to understand it's a lot more work sometimes. These cars are 100 years old in some cases and have been wrecked and have been reformed. So keep that in mind when you buy a part like this. But they're always a great idea to replace metal if you have rust issues.
Hey, I don't know. What do you think that is? 4 feet? I don't know, 3 feet? 3.5?
That's a 6-foot front end, dude.
No, it's
a Springer.
It's a Springer strap. It's a Springer front end and a whole bunch of hubcaps. Ooh, I like those.
Hubcaps. Hubcaps.
Oh,
How many
feel.
of these do you think fell over at a really sharp turn or fell off?
At least 2.
Was that a common issue back then?
Huh?
You took a corner too fast? I saw it in all those
Yeah.
60s movies where...
Hit a bump too hard.
Yeah.
Take a corner too fast.
I know we haven't even referenced it, but can we talk about the van?
Kentucky Lowrider.
That is a spicy box thing.
These are 15s, but these are Mercury.
That one didn't spin.
They're Mercury hubcaps. They're like Comet hubcaps.
Too bad there's only 2.
Yeah.
Those are probably the 2 that went spinning.
That's a cool front end.
I like the headlight.
Yeah,
Kind of half tempted to get that in case I ever get another bike.
There, some shit.
That's like from a 58 Oldsmobile. I don't know if that year's correct, but that's definitely an Oldsmobile dash.
Did you notice the guy just rolling by with an LS on a cart?
No, I did not.
Got it on video. What's this thing?
This is a Continental kit. So basically what it is it would attach to your back bumper or extend the back bumper like that much, and your spare tire would sit here.
Oh, okay.
It's folded up right now, so this is one end of it, and then flip out.
Oh, I see. So I've had to specifically redo one of these steering wheels because of these cracks right here. Reconditioning one of these is one of the worst things you could ever do. It took me about 16 hours of work to fill in every little crack and make sure that it was good enough to send to paint. And then when you paint it, obviously most of these are more rubberized material. This one seems to be hard, but man, these are just a pain, and they're very expensive if you can find one. Some of these go upwards of like $700, so sometimes reconditioning it is the way to go, but I would never suggest it. Here's Austin Powers' worst enemy. A skinny hallway in one of these and it's game over.
I'm pretty sure this is every Hot Rod magazine from 65.
Huh.
Every issue of Hot Rod magazine from 1965. I'm pretty sure.
See, I found a bunch of these when I was doing estate cleanings at one point.
Yeah.
The person that owned the property wanted everything though, so I couldn't keep anything.
65.
Be our last clip of the day. My phone happened to die, which is what we use to record. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna try to keep these things rolling. If you enjoy our content, please let us know in the comments below. Let us know if you enjoyed this longer form content. If not, also let us know. We're trying to make content for you guys, so if you enjoyed it, keep watching. I might have seemed a little stingy in the video. It's the first time I've really gotten in front of the camera in front of a bunch of people, so it's a little shaky for me, but hope you enjoyed it. Peace.